Hey guys, quick reviews here. We are taking a look today at the Brave 7 LE Launch Edition. I'm actually very excited about this camera. I just repackaged it, but I've been using it all week and it's a fantastic value. I honestly am so happy with this thing. So I want to unbox it for you guys. It comes from AKASO. I still don't know how to pronounce that. AKASO. It's a $140 camera. But I can tell you right now that it rivals anything 4 times that price. I've used cameras that are $400, $500, $600, $700 right now in the market, and this thing can actually, give them a run for their money. That's the camera itself. It comes pre-packaged on its case, which we're gonna actually, let's open that. Just like that. In the back. And here we go, that's it. It's very well built. Back screen, touch screen, very important. 3 buttons, power, shutter, and mode. 4K lens, 4K definition in a wide angle lens, and a front camera. It comes with mini HDMI and micro USB for charging, and this thing actually works as a webcam as well. When you plug it into your laptop or your computer, it will prompt you right here if you want to use it for transferring data or if you want to connect it for file transferring or as a webcam. The battery, I left that in. Not much going on in here. I put a 128 gigabyte card in there. High speed, works really well. Never had a hang up. It doesn't buffer. There's not a lot of time between saving and the camera being ready for the next take. I do like this very much, and I'm not sure which of the newer cameras have it. It allows you to mount these directly on the tripod, and you can bypass the case altogether, because not every situation will require you to have the case. So you can mount the case, or you can just mount the camera directly. The beauty of this thing is that it does have the option to mount it on your car like a dash cam. I mean, not everyone needs one of these for action shots 24/7, 52 weeks a year. If you go on holiday a couple of times a year, that's fine, but then you can just use these as a dash cam the rest of the time, so it's pretty useful. Or again, a webcam, so more value for your money. Now, this is the packaging. Very good packaging. Actually, they did not cheap out on this thing, and it comes with 3 bags. It's number 2, number 3, and that's actually number 1. This thing comes with so many accessories, it's unbelievable. Quick start guide. That's the shortest quick start guide I've ever seen. And it's funny, I thought I was gonna be looking for information on how to use the camera, but it's so well designed. It's self-explanatory. Like, you literally could hand this to a child and they'll figure it out. And I'm talking a 4 or 5-year-old, which I did. And here's the best part. I'm gonna put the box away for a second. This camera comes with a watch strap remote. You put this on your wrist. You got a shutter for the camera, and you have a shutter release for video. It doesn't need pairing. This is the beauty of it. It's on, the camera's on. I don't even know if you can put a battery in this thing. It just goes. I thought I had to set it up, and you don't have to set it up. It's ready to go. So let's take a look into bag number 1. It's gonna get loud because, well, as you guessed it, AKASO is very generous with the accessories. You get a couple of straps right here. You can literally mount these to any surface. I think the only thing you cannot mount it on is a rocket. Another strap, Velcro strap. In total, actually, let me count these. We're talking, this is my favorite, the bike mount. 2 Velcro straps, 2 adjustable straps. This mount actually comes with a sticker ready to go. and this one does as well, but it's had the threaded lock here that you can mount into tripods. So if you already have a tripod, this thing is universal. You can put it on whatever you want. A couple of mounts for the case, another one of these bad boys, another mount for the case, another mount for the tripod, and again the bike mount. So in total we got 4, 8, about 10 different ways you can mount these onto either a car. You get your dashboard mode, you get your bike mode, you get your wrist strap. The only thing that I would assume that would need it would be a lanyard to go on your neck, but any other way you can think of, you can probably find a way to mount it. So let's put those away for a minute. There's so many accessories. Most other cameras would, just these accessories would be the half the price, and AKASO includes those with the initial purchase, which is fantastic. Very good for them, and I'm thinking this is gonna really help them sell this camera. Now it comes with a couple of zip ties. I already used 3 of them mounting the camera. You know, with zip ties, once they're on, they're on. But you can always buy more. They're like $1 for a pack of 20. It does come with a micro USB. Now I have a million of these, so I didn't need to unbox that cleaner. This is the most useful part. I touch this thing so much. I dropped this thing without a case on the grass maybe 6 times in the last 2 days, and I've had to clean it so much, and there isn't a single scratch on this thing. It's so well built. The plastic is, I don't know what they're using, but it's amazing. 2 extra sets of stickers for the dash. I would think it's for the dash accessories, in case you need to take it off, put it back, or if you have 2 different cars and you want to swap the camera between. Very useful. So that's bag number 2. Even the bags are high quality. They do not spare any expenses on these things, and they give you a nice little number there. Now this cable, I have no idea what this cable is for. I looked it up. I wish AKASO would have added a link in their website to what this is. I feel like it's gonna be so obvious once I know, but I could not figure out what this cable was for. Bag number 3, and the most important part, it's the batteries. Now these things, I was able to get 7 hours, about 7 hours of recording and picture taking. Now remember, with this thing you can take pictures, you can take video, and swapping between them takes no time. This is a beautiful charger. It's micro USB, so the same cable you're using for the camera, plug it in here, charges both batteries at the same time. And honestly, with 2 batteries, if you're on holiday, you're getting 14 hours of continuous shooting and recording. You're not gonna need that much time, honestly. And then at night you can just plug these bad boys in, or if you don't want to charge both batteries, you only want to take the one. Right here, the cable goes directly into the camera and it will charge it that way. That's a great feature I wish more cameras had. So that's it. 2 batteries. Normally these would be sold separately. I don't know how many of the other guys are giving you 2 batteries with your initial purchase, but at $140, a battery alone is usually $20. You're looking at least $50 worth of accessories. So it's like you're getting a camera for the price of a meal at a fast food restaurant. This is extremely generous of AKASO. And the quick start guide, honestly, it's how to download the app. It tells you 3 steps: plug the camera in, how to open the case, charge the batteries, of course, how to put the micro SD card inside, how to change the mode, and I'll go over that in a second, and a QR code. It just takes you right to the user manual online. It's literally, that's it, 1 pager. You don't even need that much, but it is good to know. Now for 720p on this camera, the refresh rate actually will allow you to go up to 240 hertz. Not a lot of people have monitors with that high refresh unless you're a gamer or you're doing some really high quality editing. Well, there it is. So you can just go normal. Let's go here again. For video, you can also do a loop record if you're doing it using it for as a dash cam. So it'll loop back, like basically it'll record over itself, so you don't have 24 or 48 hours worth of footage if you have it plugged in. You can do a time lapse. Everyone knows what a time lapse is. It has slow motion, fast motion, and the last option there, Wi-Fi. When the camera goes off, you can actually set it up on the app to go on Wi-Fi. Basically, it will transfer all the data that you've recorded since your last session. Very useful, so that way you never really have to plug these in to download all your data, all your pictures, all your videos. Simply turn it off, and I'll show you guys. It will open the Wi-Fi. It'll transfer to your phone and you're ready to share it. Like, you literally don't have to be near a computer of any kind. So for Wi-Fi, I'll give you the Wi-Fi name. The password by default is 12345678890. So really, you just put it in your phone real quick. No special characters. We don't need that right now. Wi-Fi goes back off. You start saving battery again. It's pretty amazing. And let's go back to that menu again. So you hold the shutter down, and then let's go to photo. You can do single. You can do burst. Again, a photo time lapse instead of a video time lapse. You can do a self timer if you're alone or you have a tripod and you want to be in the picture and no one else can take your picture. You can do a long exposure as well for very low light. Maybe you want to take a shot of the stars. And again, the Wi-Fi option is here as well. For the burst, we'll listen to this. It's so quick. Actually, that went in the menu. So there you go. If you're taking pictures with the watch strap, actually let me show you that as well. There, no setup. This was right out of the box, so you don't have to worry about it. Let's say you're taking a picture with kids or multiple people. You want to make sure no one has closed eyes. That's it. You just press that. And as it tells you right there, and I don't know if you guys can see, it says 20 megapixels right now. This is taking 20 megapixel pictures. You can take that down if you don't have an SD card that's that big. For video, you press the video button, it goes to video, it starts recording, just like that. You don't have to miss any action. If you have the camera mounted on a helmet or you have it mounted on a bike, whatever, just go video, that stops it, starts it again. Stops it again. Yep, let's stop. And picture, you just switch back and you just take in a burst. It's so quick. I don't know how they were able to do this so cheaply. So let's take a look here at the menu. So anytime you're in the main screen, you can just press the menu button. The resolution, you go from 20, 16, 14, 10, 8, and all the way down to 2 megapixels. Again, not everyone has a 128 micro SD card. Some people maybe have a 32 gig micro SD card. For the burst, you can do 3 shots, 7 shots, all the way up to 15, and then 30 shots. It's insane. This machine is insane. Image quality, again, high, middle, and low for data saving. One thing, and I'm not sure if anyone else is doing this right now, it allows you to select the ISO and the exposure. So it manually allows you to keep that lens open. And let's say you're in a kind of low light condition. I did find it does struggle when you have it in auto. It struggles with the low light. You can manually change that. You don't have to rely on the automatic software to do it for you. So if you know what you're doing, it's not very difficult. You can just make it take in more light for lower light conditions, and then get those images properly. data stamp. You can have your data stamp off, just a date, sorry, date stamp, not data stamp, or your data time. Every video, if you have these on, every video, every picture will have the date and time you took it. It doesn't have geotagging. Honestly, this thing is so cheap. You couldn't possibly wish you had a GPS as well, but maybe a different version will have it. I honestly don't like geotagging. I know where I took the pictures, and I don't like when everyone else has my GPS information. So that's photo resolution. If you are talking about video setup, then the menu will take you, if you're taking a picture, the menu button will take you to the menu settings for pictures, and the different menu on video will take you to the video menu, which is so simple. I can't believe anyone's thought about this before. So let's go all the way down. You can do 720 at 60 frames per second, at 120 frames per second, at 240 frames per second. Again, you have to have a monitor that does 240 hertz for these. Not everyone has those. And then you're going into the 1080p category, 30 frames, 60 frames, and 120 frames per second. Now, 144 hertz monitors are becoming more common and normal now. So that's very useful. I would shoot everything at 120 FPS just to be on the safe side. 2.7K, so technically 2K, gives you 30 and 50 in 60 frames. And 4K. 4K only gives you 30 frames. It's so much data. Unless you want the camera to buffer, get hot, and run out of battery quicker, then I guess they would push for a higher refresh rate. But at 30 frames, 4K, it's more than perfect. I like mine at 120 FPS at 1080p. Voice recording option. You can do your own video, you can do your own audio separately, or you can let the camera do it. The microphone, it's pretty great for something so little. It's not gonna win any awards, but it will get the job done. And if it's a family holiday or a family picnic, then this thing will catch everyone's voice clearly. If you're on a bike, it actually has a wind noise reduction. We'll get to that in a second, but the video quality, low, medium, high. Just has the photo options. Wind noise reduction, I have it on because I use this on my bike. It's fantastic. I feel like it gets rid of about 90-95% of the wind sounds, because it's the same more repetitive sounds. The software will take care of tuning that off, so you don't have to worry about going for the length of your video. Auto low light, very useful if you're in low light conditions and the camera is just set up for daytime mode. And daytime, wonderful colors, wonderful brightness, but again, it can struggle a little bit with darkness. And again, as in the photo mode, it will allow you to do the metering, which is where you want to focus. You want the whole lens to focus on everything that's available to it, or you want to do center only. So whatever's at the center of the lens, it's what will be picked up and focused on. Date stamp and Eevee. So you can do either natural, or you can increase the amount of light that the camera takes in up to 2 points. Most cameras will do -1, -2, +1, +2. More professional cameras will allow you to do higher if they're shooting RAW. This doesn't shoot RAW. It goes straight to MP4, I think. Honestly, it's been sending everything to my phone, so I don't know what the file type is. But that's it, and we're gonna turn it off. I'm gonna put it back in its case. I thought they had sent me a higher price model, but lo and behold, I checked it again. The Brave 7 LE launch edition. The watch alone, it would cost you with other brands. It would be half the price of this camera. Usually $50, $59, $60. This thing comes included for free in if you guys are thinking about it, go for it. They have a very generous return policy, but I guarantee you're not going to be returning this thing. You're going to love it, every second of it. All the accessories make it worth it, more than you'll ever need. And the extra battery, and honestly, it's such a fast processing camera. Like, I love how you can just switch between video and photo, record, playback, and save, and move on to the next thing. No buffering, absolutely no buffering, so quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you want to give these guys a try, AKASO, they're making some really good stuff. I like how they're not charging you twice as much as they could be charging you. They literally could have sold this for $250 and I would have not batted an eye. Obviously they're not doing any marketing, so that's big savings. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. Hardware is pretty similar, software is pretty similar to the big guys. So are you going to pay for their marketing, or you can just get these things, save half the money at least, and get the same experience? If you have any questions, put it in the comments, and I'm sure the AKASO people will be happy to see these as well.